Namaskar. I would like to explain and introduce the process of Guru Puja, or the other name is Varnargyadan. Guru Puja is very clear translation. Puja is worship or offering, and Guru is the one who dispels the darkness. Offering to the Guru, offering to the spiritual master, or the deeper idea of Guru is not actually any physical form, any historical master. It is a cosmic consciousness, the absolute consciousness itself, which is expressing itself through the medium of the historical spiritual master. So that is Guru Puja, offering to that Guru. And Varnargya means Dan is giving, and Varnargya the colors, the offering of the colors. I am giving the colors. What is the science behind this process? The spiritual aspirant is required after meditation to imagine the lotus flower, and that lotus flower will be colored with the first color that comes to his mind. And with that, he imagines the beautiful color, the color which is the most beautiful for him, to him. So he imagines that color, and then he lets it go. This is the process. And there is a mantra. I will explain the mantra also. Why we do that? During meditation, we try to withdraw the mind from involvement with objects. There are attractions, there are repulsions, and there are different prejudices in the mind. I am either for or against something. So in both of those states, repulsion and attraction, the mind is not anymore clear. The mind is not unattached. So the mind will make mistakes. We are attracted with certain colors. The colors signify emotion, the state of mind. For example, you may have seen something which is called test of Lucher. Lucher, the psychological test. You will need to arrange the colors in the order. Okay, first I like the purple, then I put blue, then I put green. I will put all those colors, and then the program, the software, will offer you, okay, now you refine this green or that green, the dark green or light green. Then okay, I go for the dark green. And then you refine and refine, and then finally the software will give you the description of your psychological state, what emotions you are going through, what feelings. And this is so exact, so very exact. You read it just like complete description of what you have in the mind. So it has been established through research, through experimentation, and also many years ago, thousands of years ago, yogis have observed that there is a connection with the emotion and color. There is a feeling and there is a color. And those emotions, they are called vrittis. And yoga is yogash chitti vritti nirodha, when all the vrittis, all the distortions in the mind are suspended, and the mind in the state of absolute clarity. That mind, which is completely clear, crystal clear, that mind is able to reflect the glory of the Supreme Consciousness. So that's the idea. But if I am colored with anger, can I reflect the glory of the Supreme Consciousness? If I am colored with attachment or attraction, can I really, in that, can I find serenity in which I will be able to grasp the magnitude the magnificence of the cosmic entity? I cannot. And also, will I be able to perceive the world clearly, without prejudice? If there is a good person, but for some reason I am angry with that good person, will I be able to see him? Will I be able to do justice to him? I will not be able to. So there is a huge part in yoga, it's called pratyahara. So as a part of pratyahara, in meditation I do pratyahara. In day-to-day life, I also do pratyahara by ascribing the idea of divinity to the objects. When I eat food, I meditate that I'm not eating the food, but rather I'm in touch. I'm making relationship with the cosmic entity, which came to me in the form of food. That is also a process of pratyahara. Pratyahara means withdrawal of the mind from the form, from the shape, and trying to see the essence. So similarly here, I'm doing a sort of pratyahara. I'm withdrawing from my own feelings by offering those feelings to the Supreme. So the technique, how to do, the aspirant sings mantra, Akhanda mandala karam, vyaptam jina chara charam, tat padang darshitang jina, tasmai shri gurave namaha. I salute that Guru who is of infinite shape. There are many shapes, but I salute the one who is infinite. I salute the one who permits himself, permits everything, movable and unmovable, something which is of this world and something which is beyond this world. He permits everything, penetrates everything with his own existence. I salute that spiritual entity whom I call Guru. Agyana Timiranthasya, Gyananjana Shalakaya, Chakurung Militang Jana Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Agyana Timiranthasya, I have been blinded with the darkness of ignorance. And with the stick, in India there is this stick which they apply, collyrium to the eyes. So with that stick, the balm of knowledge has been applied. I salute that Guru who applies the balm of knowledge and opens my eyes, blinded with the darkness of ignorance. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Deva Maheshwara. Guru is the creator. He is the operator. He maintains the whole universe. And he is the destroyer of the universe. Guru is verily that supreme absolute entity. Him I salute. So that is verse of Guru Puja. That is the verse of Varnargyadan. And while singing that verse, ideating that Guru who is everywhere, who is in every particle, immovable, unmovable, the one who shows that supreme state. By seeing him, I can see that supreme state. So, at the same time, singing that mantra, you create the lotus flower in your hands. Visualize beautiful lotus and color it with a beautiful color. And then, after singing, you let it go. You bring it to the feet of the Guru. There is these two approaches. One is the one who doesn't have spiritual initiation. He can just imagine that there is an absolute entity, as it is said in the mantra, permitting everything, even myself. It is in every atom, everywhere. So to that entity I offer my attractions, my desires, my fears, my repulsions, my everything. But there is a conflict here. Why should I offer to God, to the Guru, my difficulties? Okay, just another thing. And if you are initiated, then there is a Guru, the one who has initiated you, the one whom you have accepted as the master. So then the Guru Puja done to him. You're offering this to him. Both. Because physical shape of the Guru is the symbol of that state of infinity. So then you offer. But then this idea may come that why should I offer? For example, I have some fear, or I have something, maybe I have some impurity in the mind. So why should I give it to the Guru? So if you give with this ideation, it's not very nice. You are giving the worst things from your mind. You are taking out the impurities and putting it on the Guru, the dumping it on the Guru. This is not the proper ideation. Ideation should be that actually I want to become one with you, I want to merge with you, and I want to become your ideal media. I want to become ideal tool for the expression of your beauty. So these things hold me back. They willingly or unwillingly create the distance between you and me. You know, there is this poem by Rainer Maria Rilke. He says, "Oh, my neighbor God, you live in that room, just you are my neighbor, just in that next room to me. And the wall is very, very thin. And sometimes I hear your breath there, and your breath becomes so seldom. So I wonder, if something happens, there is nobody even to give you a cup of water. Just tell me, I'm here. Just tell me, I'm here. And the wall between you and me is so thin. Why the sudden shout from mouth of any one of us will not break it? It will crumble without a sound." So this ideation. So there is I am bandaged with the different bandages. There are many obstructions on my path, but my desire is to merge with you, to become one with you. And I am letting go all my attractions. I'm letting go all of my fears, because I want to merge with you. Also, if you analyze many of your emotions, they're actually not the same as you think originally. You are angry with something, but actually maybe you want respect from that person, and that person is not giving you respect, and that's why you're angry. So you are offering that desire for respect to Paramapurusha, to the Supreme Consciousness. Oh, Supreme Consciousness, take it. I am letting it go. I am letting go this desire for respect. I am letting go this desire, that desire. So there are many, many emotions we experience. Sometimes we are going through different turmoils, and there are different desires. I am attached to something. I am attached to comfort. So that's why I'm afraid if I change the job and follow my inner calling, so I will not get enough money to maintain that comfort. So that fear comes due to attachment, for example. So to what I'm attached? So imagine that lifestyle, offer that, and be free. Be free. That's the ideal of human life. To live whatever life we need to live, but be internally free. I'm not attached to anything. I'm feeling good at home, in another country, in poverty, in richness, everywhere. I'm happy man everywhere. So that state of complete detachment and the state of complete happiness is the target of this practice of Guru Puja. So letting go. And how it is done? It is done also in the particular posture. I sit like this, and my toes are like this. I sit on my toes. That is called Virasana. And then I visualize the lotus, beautiful color. I sing the mantra, Akhanda Mandala Karang Vyaptam Jena Chara Charang Tat Padang Darshitang Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. And Agyana Timirandhasya Agyananjana Shalakaya Chakurung Nilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Riva Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Then I offer. 3 times I do this, different colors. And then the final time I offer beautiful white lotus with 1000 petals. That lotus signifies my purified ego. The ego has been purified with these offerings of color. Now it is white, but still the ego is there. So at the final round, the 4th one, I sing another mantra. Tava dravyam jagat guru tubhyam eva samarpaye. Tava dravyam, your wealth, Jagat Guru, O Guru of the universe, Tubhyam eva, to you alone, to you only, Samarpaye, I surrender. Whatever I may have actually does not belong to me. Everything of mine belongs to Supreme Consciousness. So I am saying, Tava Dravyam, your wealth, Tava Dravyam Jagat Guru, your wealth, O Guru of the universe, I surrender to you. And then you do the final offering of the white lotus at the feet of the Guru, and then you prostrate, you straighten yourself in the straight line, lying down on the floor. That is the posture for the male practitioners. For females, it is the posture of Dirgha Pranam. And you remain in that position. And in that position, sometimes we get tired, sometimes we get, different. We have situations in life where we feel I don't have enough energy, strength, not enough power to tackle it, or I don't have enough knowledge to resolve that problem. So this position always helps. You just do it and feel, oh Supreme Entity, I am your media, I am your tool, and if you like to do this job through me, if you like to solve that riddle through me, then do it. And the necessary knowledge and the necessary strength comes to you. This is also my experience. Sometimes just prostrate, lie down in Sashtanga Pranam, and things start happening. Everything happens by itself. Your precious personality, if it is there in the world or it is not there in the world is still not going to stop. It's moving according to the plan of the cosmic consciousness. So when our ego gets uninvolved, when we achieve this detachment, we understand that the Supreme Entity is working its plan. The Supreme Entity is making things happen. And also the Supreme Entity uses my precious personality to make things happen. if the Supreme Entities wishes that to be done through me, or it can do it through so many other people. So this practice is to be in that state of mind. I'm not in the state of ego, I'm in the state of surrendering myself to the cosmic will, and I understand, not from the personal point of view, but from the transpersonal point of view, the larger picture. So this is important practice which is called Varnargyadan or Guru Puja. Namaskar.